They weren't tycoons, they were teenagers. Just three young men, James Love, James Thomas Isles, and later Francis Isles, who met at Brisbane Grammar and stayed inseparable through rowing regattas, cycling races, and shared ambition. In 1889, Love and Isles quit secure jobs and launched Isles Love & Co. in Queen Street with just $50 in capital. A bank director mocked them, saying they'd crawl back within 6 months. Their first auctions? Total failures. But they vowed to run their business differently. No shady deals, no fake sales, just straight talk and public trust. They didn't just say it, they lived it. James Love once rowed through Brisbane's 1893 flood, dodging snakes and debris just to hold an auction. The business took off. Within weeks, they were listing dozens of properties. And other goods, such as used cars. They sold everything: real estate, opals, fine furniture, even prize dogs and furs. In the 1910s, the second generation joined. James P.L. Love and Clifford Isles brought energy and expertise, even as they served in World War I. By the 1920s, Isles Love and Cotsabun were Queensland's top auctioneers and valuers, selling estates across Redcliffe, Beaudesert and Burleigh Heads. They pioneered army disposal sales after World War II. In 1957, Clifford Isles led the Brisbane Development Association. The firm expanded into consulting and property management. William Brodie was the rent collector. He went from property to property collecting rents, initially on horseback, later by sulky, and finally on a Douglas twin-opposed motorcycle. By the 1970s, new names like Anthony Love and David Isles entered the story, just as Isles Love relocated to Queen Street and split its auction business. David even sold surplus government furniture from iconic buildings. Then came a turning point. In 1981, Isles Love merged with McGee O'Callaghan Gill to form McGees Isles Love Pty Ltd. Greg Clark joined McGee's Property Brisbane in 1983 as valuation manager and was then appointed a director in 1988. Justin Clark joined McGee's Property Brisbane in 1994 and was then appointed a director in 2002. A bold new chapter began. The 1990s saw more growth, with major acquisitions and a move to 145 Eagle Street. The company became McGee's Property. Trusted, innovative, and truly national. Fast forward to the 2000s and beyond, leadership evolved, but the mission stayed true. McGee's current directors, industry veterans, Brad Shepherd and Gavin Moore, brought fresh direction while maintaining the values set in 1889. From auctioning opals to managing commercial real estate, from handwritten ledgers to commercial skyscrapers, they shaped Queensland's skyline, one deal at a time. More than a company, Isles Love, and now McGee's Property, is a story of friendship, resilience, and integrity passed through generations. Because in business, as in life, the greatest legacy is the one you build with love. Founded in Brisbane, McGee's has grown to establish offices in Adelaide, Melbourne, Perth, and Darwin. As the digital landscape evolved, McGee's Property remained at the forefront of industry trends, adapting swiftly to emerging technologies and client demands. With a revamped marketing approach, they expanded their reach, utilizing social media platforms to connect with younger audiences and showcase their prized listings. The offers buzzed with energy, filled with eager new team members driving projects that their founders had once only dreamed of. The journey continues, ever inspiring and always forward-thinking.